Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Anna and I'm a little bit spooky, and happy 2020! Yay! It started out real weird, didn't it? On the verge of another war. I spent a week in bed sick with girl issues. Hooray! Yeah! Now, it is like 2 weeks into 2020 and I'm just now getting back into the swing of things because, I don't know, I just kind of fell into a hole. A little bit of a depression spiral, lady hormone issues, and just it's been a lot. I'm a little bit sick and I think I'm getting sick again. Today I have my favorites for 2019, like all my favorites. This is going to include makeup, hair, and skincare, and I'm also going to get ready using these products while I talk to you about them. Hopefully this video is not 2 hours long, because it is taking me about 4 hours to film it. So yeah, we talk about what skincare I enjoyed this year, hair products, and of course makeup. And so I try to use as much of my favorites on my face today that I could fit in. I managed to use 3 different eyeshadow palettes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We are almost at 300 subscribers over here. Yay! And comment your favorites down below. What did you truly love in 2019? Like your favorite thing. It doesn't have to be makeup. It could be lifestyle, a moment, anything like that. Let me know in those comments below and let's talk about it. And without further ado, let's get into the favorites, because there's too many. So I've already done my eyebrows, of course, off camera just to save time because it takes me forever. But I do have some favorite brow products that I want to cover real quick before we... I have like actually kind of a little handful of favorite brow products that I enjoyed this year. Number one being the NYX powder brow pencil. I love it so much. I use it almost every day. If I don't use a pomade in my brows, I usually use this because it's quick and easy. They have a nice variety of shades. Ultra fine brow pencil from COVERGIRL. I have it in soft brown. Love it. It is so good. It is like $6. It's affordable. It's perfect. It's cruelty free. It's great. I can't think of a single bad thing to say about this from COVERGIRL. It's so good. Let's see, Wet n Wild brow products have been pretty awesome this year. I'm really loving their little micro pencil, the Ultimate Brow Micro Brow Pencil, and I really like the retractable brow pencil. I didn't care for it at first, but then I got it in a different shade. I went to medium brown instead of ash brown, or ash blonde, and I'm really enjoying the medium brown shade. For brow gels, I've actually been using a lash primer as a kind of a brow primer, if you will, to kind of build up the hairs and get some volume, because I do have kind of thin brows. I have wide but sparse brows, if that makes sense. Like all this space where I filled in, there's hair, but it's just very sparse hairs, or maybe just 2, you know? So I do have a video with a whole like brow routine. I'll link below. It's kind of long and very in-depth, but it shows you how I use this and then how I go in with a brow gel afterwards. And brow gel, I actually just kind of discovered this one not too long ago. It's the Boost and Set from L'Oreal. I really like this. I would like to get it in a darker shade, but I'm quite enjoying it. This is a volumizing brow mascara. I have it in the shade... Why is this flammable? I just noticed that it's flammable. Oh my god, why is my brow gel flammable? That's funny. Or is it funny? I don't know what shade this is. It's just a brown one. But yeah, I've been liking that a lot for the eyebrows. And okay, so got my eyes primed and ready to go for eyeshadow. You can probably guess what eyeshadow palettes that I'm gonna pick as my favorites this year. I mean, they're so good. I love them. I love them both. I know this one did not come out this year, but I got it this year. Or last year, rather, in 2019. And I absolutely fell in love. Honorable mention to every other ColourPop palette I purchased because they are all good, but this one just really, I don't know what it is about this. It's just the shades, the whole vibe of the palette just really is up my alley, and I freaking love it. So yeah, the Through My Eyes palette from ColourPop and I Love Starry, and the Jackie Aina palette from ABH. This color story is just so stunning. And like, I don't know, I think it's probably one of the most beautiful collab palettes I think these two that I've ever seen. Really excited about both of them and have reached for them consistently since I got them. I got this one a little bit later in the year, but I've used it a lot. And you can tell like my kind of colors that I enjoy. I like very rich jewel tones and just, I think this Basilisk got very rich tones. I like very pigmented, deep, full-bodied eyeshadow colors. And yeah, these are like my kind of colors right here. I love just anything that's very opulent feeling and rich. And another palette that I picked up this year that I want to include just because it's very unique and I've only used it a handful of times, but I just really adore the palette itself, and that is the Venus Immortalis, because I love this color story so much. It's cool toned, but it's so unique and just different, and it's the perfect goth palette. I mean, it really is. I think the only thing that could make it even more gothy is if you stuck a blood red in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on eyeshadow now, and I think I'm just gonna reach between these two palettes, pulling shades from either one and creating a look, because I think they could work together quite nicely. I was looking at them, I was like, you know, I got some ideas here. So I think I'm gonna do maybe an in-depth blog post on like my favorites this year, like as far as lifestyle goes, like favorite YouTube channels that I really enjoyed, or rather YouTube channels I discovered this year that I really enjoy. So what I think I'm gonna do is do more of a lifestyle focused blog post. I'll probably get that up tomorrow to go with this video. I'll try anyway. Oh, and a makeup brush I really like, by the way. Morphe M562. I reach for this a lot. Next thing that I really loved this year was another late discovery, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Flash Cat liquid liner. Holy shit, this is such a good liner. I think this might be my #1 liquid liner. Hands down, just fantastic. So I'm gonna just do a quick little wing here. Okay, let's move on to some skin favorites. I'm gonna start just talk about some skincare real quick before I go ahead and jump into doing my foundation and all that. Just daily before I do my makeup, when I first sit down in here in the studio, I like to put on the Rock Retinol Correction Daily Hydration Cream. I find it's very rich and thick and just kind of sinks into the skin nicely. And I feel like it really does moisturize well, and I think it's great. I have no complaints, and it's a drugstore. So yeah, I quite like it. I also will pair this with an SPF on top if I'm leaving the house or going outside or gonna see sunlight, which I don't often see sunlight, so it's not a big deal. Because I am allergic to SPFs. So I kind of have to limit my use of SPF, and when I don't have to use it, I'm not gonna use it. So yeah, this was something I really reached for quite a bit though, just about every day. As far as SPF goes though, one that I haven't had too much of a reaction to, if any, is the Rock Deep Wrinkle Correction SPF. I'm really enjoying Rock products this year. I don't know, I'm just digging them. They're accessible, easy for me to get my hands on, they don't break the bank. This is an SPF 30, which I find doesn't irritate my skin. I can wear it, it doesn't make me itch or break out in hives, which a lot of SPFs do. especially if they're on my body. Like, I end up covered in hives and itching and have to take medicine. But this one I can put on my face and be fine, not have redness or anything, and it works. And it also is quite hydrating, so usually I'll pair that with the other cream if I'm gonna see sunshine. Under eye, I've been using the Rock Retinol Correction under the eye. I've been using this one and kind of juggling it between the Neutrogena Hydro Boost, but I do think I like this one better. And they just sent me this one, so this is technically PR. This one just arrived, but I already have one of these I keep in my bathroom for at night and in the morning. So this has become something I do a couple times a day now, and yeah, I like it. I feel like it soaks right into the skin, makes things feel hydrated and nice and not dry. I feel like my concealer sits better. So yeah, good stuff. For nighttime skin care, I've been really into the Tatcha essence. I'm still got quite a bit of this. I use this almost every day. Just a tiny little bit, shake a little bit out of my hand and then pat it on. I don't know why I like to use it at night. I don't know if it's better for daytime or nighttime, really. It's just part of my nighttime skincare ritual. I have really been enjoying doing this year, is having like a skincare ritual. I also enjoyed the Violet C from Tatcha, which I just ran out of, and I'm really sad. But yeah, really enjoyed everything I tried from Tatcha this year. Another brand I enjoyed everything from was Pixi this year, and I just haven't gotten over to Target to buy anymore. This is what I have left from them, is the Rose Oil Blend. Beautiful facial oil, very hydrating, feels nice, doesn't make me itch or anything, don't feel like it clogs my pores, so yeah, good stuff. I really, really loved anything from their Rose collection and the Glow Tonic collection, their Pro Retinol collection or whatever, loved it. So newer likes, things I'm liking at night are the Pierre Thomas Roth Pro Strength Retinol Peptide. These are PR as well. I use this one twice a week, the lactic pore treatment. 2 or 3 times a week I use this just to kind of help clean up my pores. I feel like it does a good job and makes my skin feel good. And this one I use nightly, which is a retinol peptide serum. I've been using the Hydro Boost from Neutrogena. Oh, these are gross. They fit in my bathrooms. They're all like got dried soap on them. Anyways, in the evening, I tend to double cleanse to get my makeup off. So like I'll go in with this one is just like an initial remove my makeup kind of product. This is just the Hydro Boost Hydrating Cleansing Gel. It's kind of gentle, nice, and it just breaks down your makeup and gets it all off. And then I'll go in with like my salicylic acid face wash or my glycolic face wash on top of that, because I don't want to put that around my eyes. Whereas this one, I don't care if it gets around my eyes too much. And during the day, or when I first wake up, I use the Hydro Boost Gentle Cleansing Lotion. This is for sensitive skin. It's fragrance free and it's very, very gentle. It's great for just removing anything built up during the night when you're asleep, and like skincare and stuff, and having a fresh face for the day. I have one primer that I have been just in love with this year, and that is the NYX Angel Veil Primer. I cannot go without it. It is my favorite. It is a dupe of the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. Pretty decent dupe, I would say. Okay, and there's been 2 foundations that I truly loved this year, or last year rather. I keep saying this year. I mean, it's 2020 now. I'm filming. But it is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation in Porcelain. I loved this so much. It's so easy just to slap on and run out the door, and it wears beautifully and for a really good amount of time. I think it's great for drier skin types. Yeah, good stuff. I have a full review. We'll link below. I also have a full review of this one, and it is the L'Oreal Fresh Wear Foundation. I think this is probably in everyone's favorite this year because it is that freaking good. It is just such a good product. I don't know what it is about it. It is magical. It has an SPF of 25 in there. The shade Pearl is absolute perfection match for me. Like, it is a dead-on perfect shade match. It's beautiful and it's a wonderful product, and I cannot say enough good things about this foundation. So we're going to use this today. I mean, seriously, I don't think I've ever had more of a perfect shade match in a foundation. have 3 concealer loves this year, and that would be the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Rose, which is so pale and so perfect and just perfection. COVERGIRL, the True Blend Undercover Concealer, fantastic product. Great shade, or pretty decent shade range, and yeah, this is the shade Porcelain. It is just right. I like it, and it is a really nice formula. And of course, lastly would be the Photo Focus from Wet n Wild. This is a nice light concealer that I can just throw on and head out the door. I really enjoy it. This is the lightest shade, Fair Beige. Fantastic product. All 3 of these are not comparable to one another, but are fantastic in their own way. Light coverage, very full coverage, very pigmented, sets quickly. This is more in the long lines of a Shape Tape type of thing, but it's a little more hydrating, and I find it quite nice to work with. And yeah, I think today we'll go with the COVERGIRL today. Of course, any relevant reviews will be linked in the cards or down below in the description box. So I did review a lot of concealers this year. I do have quite a few highlighters this year that I'm really into. A few. And they are all drugstore and all from Wet n Wild. Because Wet n Wild is amazing at making highlighters. First, let's talk about the Lumitrance Mega Glow highlighter that was in Crystal Highs from the Crystal Cavern collection. This is like a putty type of highlighter. It's very similar to the Fenty Diamond Balm, and it's like $3. So if you see this little guy, get it. It's fantastic. Pressed highlighter in Blossom Glow. Love it so much. It's very pretty, and I'm probably gonna wear it today. 3 loose highlighters from them. First is You Glow Girl, which is quite similar to Blossom Glow, just a little bit more icy. Very pale girl friendly, kind of cool toned. Then there's I'm So Lit, which has a warmer yellow diamond undertone, but it's still very pale and works great for pale skin. Next is Written in the Stars, which is more of a neutral undertone, but very, very, very glittery. Like, it is chock full of glitter and or sparkles, not really glitter. It is incredibly sparkly and really something special. And I mean, I love it so much. It's great for special occasions or when you just really want to amp up that glow, go for this one. But they have quite a shade range of these, and I can't say enough good things. The 2 that aren't from the Zodiac collection, the regular ones they sell that are permanent, I believe, have more of a wet finish to them. They don't sparkle. They're more metallic, wet looking. There's no glitter in them, whereas this one has little glitters. And then this really has kind of that same glittery or almost glittery effect. It's very, very sparkly, very highlighty, and this has a slight duochrome to it, but it's very smooth and just beautiful on the skin. They don't enhance texture. They're all beautiful products. So today I'm going to use I'm going to do 2 of them just to demonstrate. I'm going to do You Glow Girl and Blossom Glow. I haven't done them in a while, used them in a while. So first I'm going to go with Blossom Glow on my highlighting brush. It's not super blinding or over the top. It is just a good everyday highlighter. And these of course come in a variety of colors as well. And for top of that, I am going to take You Glow Girl just to kind of demonstrate the difference in the 2. Whereas this one's a little bit more subtle. You can build it up if you went in the heavier hand, I'd imagine, or with a sponge. But take a little bit of the loose one, which is the pinkier toned loose highlighter in You Glow Girl. And see how that it just has just a kapow, way stronger shift in there, or glow to it. Honestly, I think you could probably skip out on the Jaclyn Hill highlighters and just get these from Wet n Wild. And of course you could apply these over a setting spray so they really stick and lock in. I like to do them like this and then go over top with a blush. Speaking of blush, do we even need to mention Sophisticated Sable from COVERGIRL? Because it's freaking fantastic. But in this you have, you know, a shade that can work as a very subtle, nice highlight for day-to-day. You have kind of your basic cheek color, and then you have like a deeper tone that you can use to kind of create some shape and do a very contoured draping technique with these, and it's fantastic. This is such an incredibly neutral color. I swear, I think my mom used this one when I was a kid. It's been around forever, and it's just freaking good. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's a fantastic shade. So what I do is I'll take the darker one and just kind of go a little bit lower. They have these in multiple colors. They're just a good product all around, but there's something special about this rosy shade. It's very dusty rose, and it's a very nostalgic smell to me. It reminds me of when I was a little kid. Because my mom and my grandmother were very much CoverGirl users. They always had CoverGirl products. And I remember just like hugging my mom and being close to her face and smelling CoverGirl foundation like on her skin. And so I'm just like middle shade, and take a little bit closer to the apples and kind of in here. I don't do the whole smile and apply blush here. I hate that look. It doesn't flatter me. It just makes my face pull down. I have very strong cheekbones, so I just encourage it. You see how it's kind of toned down the highlighter quite a bit by doing this, and just everything's starting to marry together and look very cohesive. And then the lightest shade, of course, you would take as your highlight. I don't need to because I already highlighted. And of course, you can take all three shades, swirl them on together. I do that quite often too. And I also like using this as an eyeshadow when I'm just don't feel like fucking around with makeup and just need to get out the door. Bronzers. I actually do have a couple bronzers that I like. I know I'm not a big bronzer person normally. I liked one bronzer, and that was Hourglass Ambient Lighting Luminous Light Bronze. It's such a long name. That was it. That was like the only bronzer I ever used. But I discovered these two from Wet n Wild this year. Wet n Wild is probably one of my favorite brands of the year. Them and CoverGirl. They like came through this year to me. Sunset Striptease and Palm Beach Ready. One has a more of a sheen to it, whereas the other one's more matte. It just depends on my mood, which one I want to use. I tend to go for Sunset Striptease the most. It's very similar to Luminous Bronze Light from Hourglass because it does have a very slight sheen. It's like a satin finish, and the color's really nice. It works on my incredibly fair vampire skin. So let me just demonstrate. I always use a very light hand though, of course, and I just take it around, just bring it around town like so. And it just gives it a little bit of a warmth and kind of a healthy look to the skin, so I don't look quite so washed out, because I can look quite washed out and sickly sometimes. Okay, let's move on to mascara and false lashes. I have really loved false lashes. I really loved false lashes this year and really got into wearing them. I don't know, just I guess it took me this long to get the hang of them. But anyway, I really been enjoying wearing them. And yeah, drugstore ones. I'm not into spending a ton of money on false lashes because I don't know, I just feel like that's such a frivolous expense. Like, yeah, if they got sent to me, cool, but I'm not gonna go buy $30 faux mink lashes, and I'm not gonna buy mink lashes at all. Drugstore ones, I like Salon Perfect, I like Kiss, I like Ardell. They have the faux mink lashes and some beautiful, very high-end looking lashes with very easy application. I think I'm wearing good question. I don't know which ones I have on today. There's so many good drugstore mascaras already on the market, and this year some new ones came out that were really, really good. I'm not 100% sure if they all came out in 2019. I think they did. But anyway, L'Oreal Voluminous, which I know has been around forever and is like a staple. Well, they come out with colors. So they have the burgundy and green. I like them both, but I wish the green had just a little bit more pigment to it. It's just a little too subtle. But the burgundy is beautiful. I love it. I like to do it on the lower lash line. I like to pair it when I do false lashes that are black. I take this and put it on the natural lash and just kind of gives an interesting little element in there. Less vibrant, but still a colored mascara is the Maybelline Snapscara. This is a fantastic formula and a really cool brush. I like this product all around, like in black or whatever. It's a good product. I like the brush on it, and it gives you nice separated long lashes. Yeah, it's really good. I have this in black cherry. It is pretty dark, you can't really tell, but they have a purple that is very vibrant that I also have and have used I think once. It's quite nice. But overall, for like a good mascara from the drugstore that I use this year, like consistently, was the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. I have a full review on it. It is so good. It's what I got on today. Yeah, it's a wonderful mascara, and this one's about to bite the dust. If you're looking for a cruelty-free alternative to Lash Paradise from L'Oreal, this will do it, and it's a little bit cheaper as well. And yeah, I think it's very comparable to Too Faced Better Than Sex. A lot of the higher end mascaras. It's up there with like the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. It's quite good. Let's move on to lips. I have quite a few. Let's start with the higher end things that I was really into this year. Just a handful here. I don't know if I'm going to pinpoint an exact color, but product wise, I was really into the NARS. Yeah, Velvet Matte Lip Pencil. Sorry. I was really into these, especially the shade Vicious. I liked a lot. Bondage, I really enjoyed. Do Me Baby, I really liked quite a lot. They're quite mischievous names. But yeah, these, I mean, they're high end, you gotta sharpen them, they're still a little bit pain in the ass, but I don't know, there's something about them. I really like the formula, I like the wear, I like the way they feel on the lips. You don't need a lip liner. Yeah, I really like these. Back to the drugstore. I have one lippy from L'Oreal, which is the L'Oreal Color Riche. L'Oreal, I don't know what, I cannot remember what these are called. I will put it on the screen. But it is these from L'Oreal. I think they're like something rouge. I don't know. They're fantastic. I love the formula. It's very thin. It reminds me like of a stain. It's very cool feeling on the lip. I love the applicator. It's very pointed and very precise. And I don't know. It's really good. And I would like to get this in some more shades. This is the shade Amaze, which is a kind of terracotta red color, which is one of my favorite types of shades. Next, as far as liquid lipsticks went at the drugstore, I didn't find any like lipsticks I was just dying for this year, but I did find these from CoverGirl, the melted pout matte lips. Is it melting or melted? Melting pout matte lips. I really like these. They smell really weird, and I like the weird smell. They kind of smell like burning leaves or like a burnt candle. Really strange, I know, but I like it. And so yeah, I think I'm gonna wear one of these today. Okay, surprise, I went ahead and zhuzhed my hair. I was having some technical issues, so I had to take care of that. And while I was waiting for things to do whatever, I just fixed my hair real quick and put my earrings on. Anyway, I used Never Say Never from CoverGirl today, which I think is kind of perfect with this look. You know me, I like anything that's basically a black lipstick. This is a slightly purple black lipstick. These from CoverGirl I really enjoy. They do have a quite odd smell, but I like it. I don't know, I really like it. My two favorite shades though, hands down, are Aristocratic and Paradise Lost. And then Aristocratic's just this beautiful mauve color. It would have been nice today too. I mean, there's some unique shades in this range and I quite like them. They all tend to dry down a little bit darker than what they look like in the tube. Gloss now. Like this year I actually really got into lip glosses. I haven't been a gloss girl in a while, but I discovered, hey, gloss makes my lips look big and pretty and plump and nice. So I really got into some glosses, particularly Wet n Wild glosses. Really like the Liquid Catsuit glosses. A couple of these, one's in my purse because they're that good, and I have one from the Pac-Man collection. These are fantastic glosses. So pretty, and they just are comfortable. They look beautiful on the lips. Yeah, they're fantastic. They're not sticky. They're everything you want from a gloss. These are more solid color, less shimmery, kind of opaque ones. I like them a lot. more of a shimmery lip topper gloss. It's not like super glossy, and it doesn't stick around a whole long time, but they have such beautiful finishes. Or these, I think these are like the Color Icon glosses, which they've had this collection for a while, but this is from the Zodiac collection. I have 4 of them. I feel like I had another. Oh, I did have another one, but I didn't like it. I decluttered it. It was very dark purple, and it wasn't good. And then I have one from Crystal Cavern collection. This is Amethyst, which I haven't used yet. It's so pretty. I'm saving it for a look. I need to use it, but it's just like a blurple type of shade. And then my favorite one, of course, is Capricorn, which of course is a favorite because I'm a Capricorn, and they kind of nailed the colors for Capricorn perfectly. I like the gold shift to like a purple fuchsia and like a red base. I don't know. It's very unique, very, very pretty. Love it. And then there is, let's see, Virgo, which is like a taupey brown with an icy silver flash in there. It's really pretty. I like it quite a bit. And then these two are pretty similar, but one has a more green shift and one has a purple shift. Let's see, Libra and Pisces respectively. I've used Pisces quite a bit, and I just got Libra not too long ago, and I love them. It just gives a little bit of a duochrome effect to your lips, like especially over black lipstick. These look fantastic. Yeah, that was my lip favorites. And let's lastly talk about some hair favorites really quick and breeze through them. R&Co Dallas Thickening Spray. Pretty good. It's very expensive. I would expect a little more of it for the price, but I've used it for quite a bit this year and have enjoyed it. It does give me some nice volume and texture to my hair because I have very fine, very, very thin hair naturally, and it needs a little bit of boost. Like it needs all the love it can get and oomph to it. So yeah, this I've been enjoying. I love the scent of it. I probably won't repurchase it because it is quite pricey, but I'm enjoying it while I have it, and it has made a favorite because I've consistently reached for it, which is kind of how I'm figuring out what my favorites are. Things that I used the most this year. Texture spray from Tresemme. Love it. This is a hairspray. It just kind of gives you a little bit of texture and just something to your hair. I really enjoy this, especially since I've cut my hair. Fantastic product. And yeah, they have like 5 different kinds of these, but this one's my favorite. Speaking of micro mists, this one from Dove I quite like. I love the scent. It is very light hold, yet firm hold at the same time. Like you don't feel it in your hair, but it's there and it's working. And I do like the old lady scent of it. I like the way Dove hair care products smell. Speaking of old lady scents, good old Elnet Satin from L'Oreal. This is the extra hold for color treated hair. I don't know why that's relevant, but I like this. I can really sculpt my hair with it, and it still feels kind of touchable and not stiff and gross. What's going on? My hair is weird today. I don't know what's going on with it. Oh, and yeah, disregard this hair color. I mean, we're going through with the hair this year. I think that's the second half of 2019. Me hating my hair and still hating it. Yay, at least it's growing. It's getting longer. So there's that. But yeah, I do quite like this a lot. I've used this consistently for like 2 years now. It was probably my last year's favorites, to be honest with you. For as dry shampoo goes, I actually really like the Dove one because also smell. But this one is for volume and fullness. This leaves a awful, terrible white cast in your hair. I like to use it before bed. And then when I wake up, it's gone and my hair is not dirty. So it's pretty nice. And yeah, I do enjoy the smell quite a bit. This Bodyfying and Bamboo Fiber Full Dry Shampoo from Organics. This is like a mousse texture dry shampoo. And you just squirt a little out and then work it through your hair. I freaking love this. This has worked better than any dry shampoo I've had as far as volume and giving my hair body, and like it's amazing. And I have been working on this thing for a while now. Like I still have a ton of product left, it goes so much further than a dry shampoo and works just fantastically. It leaves your hair feeling really fresh and clean. It doesn't feel gross. It just gives it just a hint of texture that it needs to kind of be able to style. But I just adore this so much. And of course, so you can't tell how truly bad my roots are. Root touch-up. This is the dark brown magic root touch-up from L'Oreal. I have put it in my hair right in this region where you can see it. Let me just go to this side where it's not. You can see how bad my roots are, because I have like a banding of where my hair was lifted originally, and I haven't gone back to get it finished to get that lifted out so it can fade into my natural color. So I've been using this to kind of blend it. It's a pain in the ass, and it's probably costing me more money in the long run. But yeah, that was all my favorites, I think. It was a lot, and I know this video is gonna be quite long and lengthy, and I'm gonna try to edit it down and kind of take out some stuff that's not relevant. Anyway, I did try a lot of drugstore products this year. I was really into, particularly just drugstore stuff. I don't know, there was so many good things, and particularly in the complexion department, I feel like concealer wise, there were so many nice products to try out that I just didn't feel the need to buy from Sephora as much this year. Actually, I didn't buy that much at all. What are some of your favorites for 2019? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe and like. We are almost at 300 subs over here. Yay! And we've got like 300 watch minutes now. 300 watch hours. Not too many more until we get to 4,000, right? That's kind of like a goal for this year, is I want to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Can we do it? Probably not, but a girl can dream. Anyway, that is it for this video and all my favorites of 2019, and goodbye 2019. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay spooky. Bye now.